Profit with Estate Planning podcast, answering the most common questions that estate planning attorneys have. Um, I wonder, have you ever been in a situation where maybe you were building a website and you're just wondering, is this actually going to convert for my business? And how do I know if it's converting? Or maybe you've been working on your website for a long time and it's just not producing the results that you want it to produce. And you want to have a better idea of how to measure things. I'm going to do the best that I can in this video just to answer that question in the simplest way that I possibly can. So, uh, I am Heath Rost. I'm the owner of Personable Media. We give estate planning attorneys all the tools and training that they need to do their own marketing. And I'm starting a new series of videos breaking things down as simple as humanly possible while answering the most common questions that law firm owners have. And today I'm covering, how will I know if the website I'm building will actually convert? So the pain that you've been having is that your website hasn't been converting, and that's what I'm here to address today with you. So, guys, as simple as I possibly can, there's two things that you need to be measuring. The first thing is that you need to be measuring your traffic to your website, right? If you don't have traffic to the website, it's not going to convert, right? So that's the first thing we need to measure. The second thing you want to measure is, of course, your conversions. And I'm going to go into each one of these two things. So, first, the traffic. How do we measure our traffic? Well, first thing that you're going to want to do, and I know that this is a little bit technical, that's why you need to hire me to help you with this, is you need to set up your Google Analytics. If you haven't done that already, set up your Google Analytics. You can just go into your search bar and type in Google Analytics. As long as you own your domain, you should have no problem getting that set up. And then, of course, you're going to need to install that on your website. Second thing is your Google Search Console. This actually links to your Google Analytics as well. And you're going to want to get that set up as well, because these are the two main things that you use to measure traffic to your website, both paid and organic. And I'm going to give you guys some bonuses here, right? You want to get as much traffic as you can to your website, right? It's the only employee that's working 24/7 for you, answering customers' questions and setting appointments, right? So, what are some ways other than organic that we can get traffic, qualified traffic to our website? I'm going to give you three options here. The first is Google Ads, Google search ads specifically. The second are Bing ads. And the third are Meta, so Facebook and Instagram ads. You can be sending traffic to your site from these three different avenues. So that's the first thing you need to measure is traffic to the site. Second thing is conversions. And I'm going to share something with you. It's called the 4 methods of lead capture. If somebody else has taught you this before, they learned it here first. So at Personal Media, when we measure this, we measure 4 types. We measure pre-scheduled appointments. We measure phone calls made to your business. We measure website form submissions. And then we measure callback requests. So every single time somebody conducts one of these 4 different methods, we want to measure that as a conversion, right? And the way that we do it is, we use automation tools, right? There's a lot of CRMs out there. We like to try to keep things as simple as we possibly can. If you can do this with your CRM, then by all means do it. But think about a month, 2 months, 3 months down the road. If you're measuring all 4 of these different types of methods that people are reaching out to your business, then you have an idea if your website is converting more or converting less in a given month, right? Also, if you're spending a little bit more on ads, right? You can say, oh, look, I have more conversions now when I spent $400 than when I spent $200, right? So now you can start justifying your ad spend. The way that we do this is we just use Zapier, a Zapier tool, to connect to our third-party scheduling system. And every time somebody schedules an appointment through our third-party scheduling system, it will insert a record into a Google Sheet for us. Same with phone calls. We connect our phone tracking number into that Google Sheet. Website form submissions, whatever form builder you're using, it connects to that sheet. And same with callback requests, whether it be a text message or a form that's coming through your site. So these are the 4 methods of lead capture that we teach, that we implement. And if you are wondering whether or not your website is going to actually convert, These are the things that you need to measure. You need to measure your traffic, you need to measure your conversions, and I've given you just the basic principles on how you can do that. Stay tuned and stay tuned for the next video where I'm actually going to teach you how you can start going about implementing lead capture on your own terms.